We celebrate the feast of the Vietnamese martyrs, Saint Andrew Dũng-Lạc and companions, this Wednesday, November the 24th. Andrew was a notable touchstone of the 117 martyrs of Tonkin, with whom he was canonized in 1988 by Pope John Paul II. The November 24th memorial celebrates the Vietnamese martyrs of the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries, from about 1625 to about 1886. The 117 were made up of bishops, priests, religious, especially Dominicans, and laity. And they were acknowledged as put to death for the faith, mostly by torture and then beheading. Catholicism had taken hold in that country, in that area, in the 1600s, thanks to initial missionary efforts of the Jesuits. By 1639, it is thought there were already thousands of Catholics there. In 1668, the first native priests were ordained. Soon, however, severe persecution broke out, and this was repeated 3 more times in the following 2 centuries. Perhaps 250,000 Catholics suffered in different ways until the situation began to change, but not end, when France took over in 1833 and began to secure religious freedom. Andrew's name was originally Dũng An Truân. Born about 1795 in a poor and pagan family in what is now North Vietnam, at age 12, the family moved to Hanoi. There he met a catechist and received education in the faith. In 3 years, he was baptized, and he took the Christian name Andrew. He learned Chinese and Latin and became a catechist himself. Chosen to study theology, on March 15, 1823, he was ordained a priest. Tireless in preaching, he lived a simple life, was a great example, a popular priest, and baptized many. In 1835, he was imprisoned under the persecutions of Emperor Minh Mang, sometimes referred to as Vietnam's Nero. Minh Mang demanded renunciation of the Catholic faith. Churches were destroyed. Christians were branded on their faces with the words "Ta Dao," translated as false religion. However, Andrew's freedom was purchased by members of the congregation he served. To avoid further persecution, he then changed his name to Lạc and moved to another area where he could minister. But on November the 10th, 1839, he was again arrested, this time with another priest, Peter T., who incidentally was a hero of St. Therese of Lisieux. Once again, he was liberated in exchange for money. However, freedom was brief, and they were rearrested and taken to Hanoi, where they suffered dreadful torture, and finally both were beheaded December the 21st, 1839. Persecution of the church in Vietnam did not end, however, and it bounced back, particularly under Japanese occupation, and again after the peace treaty ending the rule of the French in that country, in that area. Then over 500,000 Catholics fled North Vietnam and headed south. There they flourished, despite Viet Cong violence, until Saigon's fall in 1975. During my year's stay in South Vietnam, from 1968 to 69, half of the district where I was assigned, on the outskirts of Saigon, was made up of 4 transplanted parishes from the north. Thereafter, in the south also, persecution returned in various ways, especially involving imprisonment, like the 13 years endured by one remarkable bishop, who subsequently became Cardinal Francis Xavier Nguyen Van Thuan, and he is known for his 2 spiritual books on hope. Hundreds of thousands were forced to flee the country, and even now there remain various pressures by the Vietnamese authorities on Catholics. Andrew Dũng-Lạc had been beatified already on November the 24th, 1900, by Pope Leo XIII. But then, on June 19th, 1988, along with the other 116, he was canonized. He is incidentally patron of the Diocese of Orange, California. Our country is blessed to have hundreds of thousands of Catholic Vietnamese active here, including locally vibrant parish communities, such as that of Our Lady of Vietnam Parish in Silver Spring. St. Andrew Dũng-Lạc, pray for us.